Good afternoon. My name is Pamela French, and I'm the Chief Empowerment Officer of Authentic Relating Ottawa. And this is a coffee contemplation for Friday, April 3rd. As I shared with you earlier this week, I was tuning into a lot of anger that I was present to, and how unfamiliar that felt for me. And I've been chatting with friends and people in my community and my circles, and I've been hearing, so much comes up for us in this third week of sheltering in place and having different ways of communicating with our colleagues and people that we're working with. And it's almost like we're all babies again, learning to what our limbs are and how to use them. And maybe eventually we'll crawl with our ways of relating to each other professionally and personally in this whole new paradigm that we're living in that doesn't allow us to necessarily be in person and see and sense what's happening. And so I'm hearing lots of stories of, texts, like arguments or disagreements by text or emails, and, that whole BCC and CCing. It's crazy. It's crazy what we're capable of. And so how this relates to the laboratory for living and the conscious communication skills that I'm committed to cultivating and sharing with all of us is these are normal and natural responses. We're experiencing a great deal of collective and individual trauma. This is a whole new thing that is confronting us, and with that is associated all sorts of grief, and it's going to bring out the best in us, and it's going to bring out the worst in us. And for me, what I can offer for myself today, and may it be an invitation for you, is to double down on compassion. Slowing down in our communications with others, allowing spaces of silence, and really listening to hear instead of listening to respond. And maybe just for the next few days, we get it all out and, share what's happening, and there's no need to fix it or change it or put a new process in place or integrate it or become a better person. Like let's maybe just be messy for a little bit, or at least sit back in the observer seat and notice the desire to be messy. Which is one of the reasons why I'm really excited about the offering this afternoon. Embodied presence, cultivating skills in the art of being present, and first and foremost, being present to ourselves. And there's so much happening within our minds, but also within our bodies. And so today we're going to play with movement and meditation and listening to our bodies. And one of the benefits of doing this online is that you get to move and be in your own home, and you can turn your video off and just listen to the guides coming from my voice, and be completely in your own experience. And we've removed, hopefully, the fear of anybody watching you. You know how they say, like, dance like nobody's watching? Because, of course, some of us dance differently when we think people are watching. And so this afternoon will really be an opportunity to play inside of that, to come home to ourselves and be with what's here for us right now. And then to use the conscious communication skills that we've learned throughout the years at Authentic Relating Ottawa to be in community with other and to witness someone else's process and what's happening for them, and to share ours and what's happening for us without the need to fix or change anything. And that level of connection, for me, normally I leave that, I breathe a little deeper, and I talk a little slower, and my heart feels so wide open, like I have so much more tolerance and patience for life and what it presents to me. I have less of a desire to go anywhere, get anything, or achieve something. There's not as much of a push or a force energy in me, and it feels more like I'm like a queen sitting on my throne, and I can witness life and watch it happen and not feel the need to direct or control things. And so I'm really looking forward to offering that experience this afternoon and to sharing in it with anyone who feels called to come at 3 o'clock. There's details on how to register on the Facebook and meetup pages for Authentic Relating Ottawa, so please check that out or share it with anyone you know that might be ready to tune in, or even if they're not ready to tune in. Sometimes, it can be really easy. I don't know about you, but I've been losing track of days. Like today I saw dust bunnies on the floor and I thought, I can't even remember. I know I vacuumed and mopped my floors, but what day was that? When did I do that? And so I've kind of been losing track of when I've accomplished things, and it can be easy to lose track throughout the day. Oh yeah, I wanted to do that, but I forgot, and also recognizing that coming to this place of presence is vital for our mental and emotional health right now. And sometimes I can avoid the things that I know to be most vital for me. But when I do prioritize them and show up, I am always, so grateful. So if you feel called this afternoon, I really look forward to diving into this experience with you. And with all that being said, I've also noticed this, attachment that I've had to showing up for these coffee contemplations and being active on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And I'm really feeling the need with all that's going on in the realms for me and what I feel into energetically, that this weekend will be important for me to stay away from the social media platforms. And so as of 6 p.m. today, I'm going to hop offline for a little bit, and I'll return on Sunday evening. I'm going to take 48 hours to enjoy the presence that gets cultivated this afternoon together and slide into my weekend with those kind of vibes. And I'll touch back with all of you on Monday morning. I wish you a beautiful weekend. Please be tender with yourselves and with others if possible, and allow yourself to be. Thank you, Carol and Diane. Bless you.